Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday night. It's hump night, so that means it's time for the conversation. I am your moderator and producer and co-host of the show, Ashleigh Abbott. I'm here with all my other lovely co-hosts tonight. We have Michael, we have Natasha, we have Tamar, and we have Brandy.
Hi guys.
So tonight we're missing Shaq. She
Oh,
had a last minute emergency, and we're also waiting on Marcus. I'm not sure. He said he was running late. So if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, we are going to go full steam ahead. How's everyone doing?
oh my God.
Well,
Oh my
don't
God.
complain.
Baby, doing great. God is good.
You guys had 2 weeks off, so I need you guys to get a little bit more lively, and we need to get it going a little bit.
Listen.
Let's talk about our weekend. So let's start with Brandy. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was really nice. I decided to stay in Indiana this year. I had got together with some of my friends, so we had like a friendsgiving. It was really, really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So you
I'm
hung
looking
out
forward.
with our friend Lorenzo and his significant others and one of their friends. How the food and everything was good?
Everything was great. Good conversation, good company, great food. It was
Come
really
on, smiles. Everybody smiling, honey. That means the food was tasty.
right. No mad faces. It was really good
That
time.
part, yes, yes.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Natasha, what about you?
I had a good Thanksgiving. I cooked my face off. I cooked everything from the turkey to the macaroni and cheese, the desserts, homemade yeast rolls, and I made sure I included my baby. So I had my 4-year-old in the kitchen with me, and she was helping mommy cook. So, just trying to build those memories with her
Super
and
cute.
let her. Yeah,
No.
so she got to help with the cake, and I got to give her the beater with the cake. So that was, that's always the best part about baking. So yeah.
Did you have family come over? I mean, a lot of people. Or was it
We
just...
had a couple. No, we just had a couple of friends come over. End up doing 2 turkeys though, because we end up accidentally getting 2 turkeys from Myers. So when we find out we're gonna have people come over, I end up making both turkeys, but which was fine because both turkeys left because I do like a nice like whole brine roasted upside down, super super juicy compound butter situation. So everybody loves my turkey. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Sounds
it was
good.
it was a great day.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Michael, what about you up there in Detroit area? How was your holiday?
Oh, it was so wonderful. It was so wonderful. It was a nice stretch of days, actually. The night before Thanksgiving, which back in the day was the biggest party night of the year. I think it still is. We had a DJ collective at the terrarium called Verdants, and so the party was hot. Had a great feast with family on Thursday, and then Friday we did decks, which is like karaoke but for DJs. So super
Okay.
cool. Yeah, super
How
chill weekend.
fun.
I loved it. Everything about it was excellent.
Did you cook at all?
I did cook the weekend before, yes. And by the way, Natasha, I made proper dressing. None of this stuffing shit.
Oh yeah,
Ah, he said we don't do box.
No.
we
No
don't do
boxes.
box.
No
No.
I
boxes.
did two. I did two dressings, so I was
Okay.
showing off
All
a
right.
little bit. Yeah.
Tamar, what about you?
You know, we didn't cook. We did not cook. We were actually supposed to go to my husband's brother's house, but they canceled at the last minute. So we end up going to friend's house. I think it was a lot of people that did Friendsgiving this year. I
Uh-huh.
don't think a lot of people did family. So yeah, we basically bought flowers for both houses because we didn't want to show, don't show up empty-handed, honey. You got to bring something to the party.
Right.
So we went and bought flowers for both houses, and we ate. And I came home and just like edited pictures. So my Thanksgiving was kind of chill. I did listen to the new Brandy album, and I watched a Christmas movie, honey. My day was good.
That's what's up.
Awesome.
Love that.
My day was good, yes.
The Brandy Christmas movie the Brandy Christmas album is really good.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm a true Brandy fan, and I have been waiting. Like, she has never done a Christmas album. She's never done a Christmas song before. So for her to just do this out of the blue, and it's just, I mean, her voice just makes me want a glass of tea right now because it's so soft and like cozy. And
I was just thinking, now I want to hear it.
It's good. Like, it is so good. It is really good. Like, it's a good vibe. Good vibe.
That's awesome.
And I love holiday music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Shaq is not here tonight, but she sent in her picture. She said she had a good time with her kids, and I think they cooked and just a low key weekend.
Nice.
We had a lot of fun. I had my mom and my aunt come from Michigan. They came up here. Actually, well, Terry came the day before, and me and her went and shopped and spent some nephew and aunt time together. Then my mom came early the next morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we all cooked together. Mm-hmm. I made the dressing, the deviled eggs, the sweet potato casserole, the greens. My mom did. Oh, I did the dressing as well. My mom did the turkey. My aunt Hector did the ham and the macaroni and cheese, and Terry made sweet potato pies. So we did that, and then on Black Friday, Neiman Marcus had an influencer event, a Christmas Black Friday influencer event. I was invited to. Last minute, I texted them and asked them if I could bring my mom and my aunt there in town. They said yeah, so I got to bring them to that. And they had a lot of different Christmas trees, like different design houses did different Christmas trees. Like Hermes had one and Versace had one. So we took pictures in front of the different Christmas trees, did some networking. This is here at the house. Hector got us all matching shirts.
Okay.
And then the night after that, we did a Friendsgiving at my friend Adrian's house. And my mom and my aunt came to that too. They got to meet my little tribe of friends. So
nice.
It was a fun time. It was cool. We just sat around and lounged and watched shows and got fat and shopped all week. So
okay,
it was cool.
Yes.
Sounds nice. Can't beat that.
So yeah. So let's get into. There's so much that happened, you guys.
Let's drag them. Let's drag them all. Everybody just acting a damn fool right now.
The last 2 weeks, so much stuff had happened. We wanted to do a show, you guys, talking to the audience. We were going to do a show the Tuesday night before break, and then I was just like, it's going to be too much. Let's just let everyone have these next 2 weeks off, and then all this stuff start breaking. So, starting with, they say now, I don't know if this means anything, but I think it does. They say Nene, Andy Cohen, and Bravo are now following Nene, and she's following them both back. On top of, they say Portia Guadia is in talks to come back, and they want her back really bad. And they're saying she has put everything on the table, and she says she will not come back unless Nene comes along with her. So that news has come out of Bravo, and the streets are talking. Nene, Portia, and Cynthia were all together this last week on vacation. But someone said there were cameras in tow as well. So I don't know what's going on. Michael, actually, our last show, I asked Michael, I said, do you think that Nene could come back from this? And could, legally, could the network and everyone, all be friends in Kumbaya? And he said, yeah. And then I think Natasha said, we'll look at Monique and Netflix. Mm-hmm. Someone said that. I don't know who said that. So it looks
I said it. I was like, look at Netflix. Look at Monique. She kind of ran Netflix into the ground, honey. And then she got her own special. And then she got some other stuff coming in too. And then look at her and the guy from that Dead Precious. Like, he, did a movie for her too. So
yeah. So basically, I will wait and see what happens. But Natasha, what do you think? What do you think of this news?
I'm excited. I hope that it comes true. I know that Portia, they've been calling Portia for a while, even before Nene, because on Ultimate Girls Trip, she kept going on and on, like when she got the best room in the house in with the Thailand season, and she was like, "Oh, Bravo really does want me back."
Yeah.
So they've been trying to get Portia back for a while. And so I'm really thinking with them trying to get Portia back for so long and her hooking Nene into that, say she's not going to come back unless Nene comes back. I think this is about to happen.
I think that's what you call true sisterhood. You don't find that a lot in this industry. Most people will be like, I'm going to go get my check, screw these other girls. And I think that's big of her. I really do. Tamar, what do you think?
I got 2 words. Hold on. 3 words. Oh my God. Listen, all I'm gonna say is the thing about it is like it's just so much going on with Nene right now. She deleted everything with Bethany. Everything's off her channel with Bethany. She's following Andy. Andy's following her. Bravo's. It's just like all the cards are being played, like the chessboard. The chess pieces are being played right now, and I feel that if Bravo really wants to make, like, honestly, look at Bravo. They're really okay, but I think like their shows are not not entertaining, but they need somebody to come in and bring that entertainment back. And people want Portia and Nene back, so why not give them what they want? Like, suck it up, do what needs to be done, bring the girls back, and let's pop this thing, honey, because it needs to be popped.
Right. Michael, legally, so with the lawsuit on the table and everything like that, I know you skimmed the surface last time I asked you about this, but so does that just all go away? Like,
yeah, I surely a part of whatever deal that they have almost certainly worked out at this point includes the dismissal of that lawsuit. As far as this topic goes, 2 icons of an aging franchise, they're going to pay top dollar. That means some of the old heads are going to have to go. Mm-hmm. It's a die roll. And we'll see how it works out for Bravo. I think overall it's going to be good, but this is a stunt. I think the deal's already been done, and they're just trying to build some hype around the return that's already set in stone.
Yeah, I think they said that, you can't trust anything, but they are saying that they have actually let go of Sonia, Drew, who else? I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
Them is the only 2, but Candy.
There's 3.
Yeah, and I think Candy too. I think, but Candy has been hinting. Like at first, she was just saying like, "No, I don't think they should change anything." But then all of a sudden, her story's changing. Like, I mean, if they got to do what they got to do. So, and then her show, what's the show about her restaurant was supposed to come back. Now it's on the fence that it may not be coming back. So.
Interesting. Brandy, do you have anything? I know you're not too into Housewives. You have anything?
I was just gonna say I stopped watching it seasons ago, but with all the hype and all the excitement, it's kind of got me intrigued. Like, now what has Portia and Nene done in these last few seasons? I've missed. They got everybody wanting them back. Maybe I need to get back on board.
Right. Yeah.
So, I'm excited for it. I want to see what's all the hype about.
Yeah. I think as far as Nene goes, well, Nene and Portia, Nene has a brand new life. Her husband, she's a widow now. She's dating again. She has some new business ventures she's looking into doing. So I think that'll be a different storyline for her. As far as Portia, we haven't seen her on the franchise. Well, we haven't seen her on the show since she's been married to her new husband. So she has a new life too. So I think, I think it's going to be cool to see. It's not going to be the same old storylines from, 5-6 years ago.
I thought I saw something that was saying they might want Kim back.
I did hear that as well.
That would be good.
This is the thing. Like, people can say what they want to say, but Kim, Nene, and Portia, they fucking good TV. Like, you cannot take those things away from them. And at the end of the day, Kim's a hot mess, but girl, we gonna be tuning in because she crazy. We need crazy on our TV right now. It's too fucking crazy. It's boring right now, so we need some entertainment.
Right.
And Kim
Yeah.
gonna work hard because she need a check right now.
Baby, she
Right.
need all
She
the
gonna work
chicks. All
hard.
the chicks. To
Now she
sell
gonna
them
give
She
us
gonna
the
wigs.
work
show
real
we
hard.
want.
She
Right.
trying to sell them wigs.
Well, I'm really interested and excited to see what happens. You guys know I'm a Nene stan, so I'm sure we'll be talking about this a lot. Hold on, a lot more
Hola.
coming up. Hey,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hey. Sorry I don't have a camera. I'm on a phone.
that's cool. So we're gonna move on to our next story. I saw this, floating around the internet, and it wasn't a big thing, but I saw it on a different a blog.
What is that?
There's this called puberty blockers, this thing that's going on now. It's basically mostly for trans kids or for kids who are unsure about what they want, how they want to identify. And they're saying that doctors are saying we want to make sure development isn't happening too quickly so that a child feels comfortable around their peers, not different or in a body that's older than they are emotionally.
Oh, hell no.
What do we think about this? Is this something that doctors should be able to ministrate? Or
Hell no.
let's talk about it, basically.
No way. They need to let these kids fucking live and grow up, okay? A kid doesn't know what the fuck they want to do at age 2. Like, this is ridiculous. The fact that doctors are putting their place in this is like, what's next? Are they just going to start making aliens out of people? Like, this is ridiculous. Let kids grow and mature and be what they're going to be naturally. We don't need to block no fucking puberty.
Yeah. Natasha, being a mother of you're a mother, and what do you think about this?
So I got a couple of things with this. One, so I've had a breast reduction. It was something that was needed for my health. It was something that I needed to get done.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really see me having like my 12-year-old, because she could very likely inherit my genetics and might need one eventually herself. I don't think at 12, though, we could make that kind of decision. So puberty blockers, absolutely not. We also are still living in a country that women have to fight to get to have permanent reproductive surgery and procedures if they are unmarried or if they don't have any children. And we are talking about adult women. And if adult women still cannot make their own decision in lieu of a doctor saying, well, you might meet a man or you might meet someone that wants to have children, and it can't just be a done and done procedure. How are we just going to green light such extreme health, permanent health at that, measures such as puberty blockers with children? This is not making any sense to me.
Yeah, it's not. Michael, what do you think?
You already know I'm on the other side of this one. So I don't know that you can have a perspective on this unless you've got a child maybe that's in the cut with being trans, right? So I try to approach this from a place of extreme compassion. My understanding of puberty blockers is that they are kind of a good transitory step between a more invasive surgical procedure. And that once a child goes off these puberty blockers, they can return to their normal course of development, if in fact something like this is a phase. I can tell you, this is a hot button issue, right? And I think people conflate it and think that there's all these doctors that are administering all these medicines to kind of support the trans experience and get all these kids to be trans that otherwise wouldn't be, and that it's a phase. And I think, there's some truth to that. Kids go through a lot of phases, but there are some kids really and truly that need some type of treatment, whether it's puberty blockers or surgery.
They can wait till they're 18.
Some of them don't make it that long. And there's plenty of case studies that back it up and plenty of data here too. So I think in certain, limited uses, this is really just not controversial. And all the hype built around it, it's a little bit reductive. As Natasha said, we've got more important battles to fight, I think, than getting hyped up about this type of thing.
Brandy?
I think it's disgusting. I think in the back of my mind, the first thing I'm thinking, why would you want to keep kids? Sounds like some
Grooming.
perverted type shit to me.
Hmm.
It's disgusting. I think that it's weird as hell. Why wouldn't you just let them grow up? Like, why are we taking
Yes.
humanity out of living?
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to do anything natural anymore.
Thank you.
I feel like people are playing God. And then what happens? Okay, so then they have these puberty blockers. Once they stop the puberty blockers, what happens? Do they have like a overload of hormones burst through, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens after that? But I feel like it was something that was designed by some kind of pedophile pervert, and it's disgusting.
Okay, Tamar.
So basically, puberty blockers are kind of, it's just kind of like I want to say like a Wellbutrin, like it helps improve like mental illness and like anxiety. It's kind of like taking anxiety medication or depression medication. But my opinion is not fact, but this is just my opinion. I don't feel like a kid should have a say so in what they need to do at this moment. For me, I just feel like kids should be kids, and if like there are so many kids. I mean, I have trans friends, and I have had these conversations with them, and I feel like that we're giving kids too much lenience. Like we're letting them decide so much and not allowing them to be kids. Like you see so many kids transitioning, and I don't think they have actually like had a chance to live their lives. I am pro everything, but I think when it comes to being a kid, I feel like you need a chance to be a kid. And if that's something that you want to do in the future, then do that. I just think that there's just too many people trying to play parents that aren't parents. Like I'm not a parent, so I can't tell you how to like, you know, teach your kids how to be kids, but I can truly say I feel like as a kid, like I was a kid and I wasn't able to be myself because there were so many things that people were just telling my mom that she needed to do to make me a better kid instead of letting me be a kid. So I think it's just so much going on. Like there's so much moving parts with the trans movement, that there's just so many things that we're overlooking with the whole trans community. I just feel like that people need to just go back to the basics. And like, I mean, like when I was a little boy, I was like, oh, I'm a girl, I'm a boy. I went through my phase. I'm just a damn non-binary gay boy now. Like whatever. I don't know what the fuck I want to be today, but
Hmm.
I had to go through the motions of understanding like what I am now. I'm non-binary, so one day I may be him, like he, they, them, like it, whatever the case may be. But I don't think we should put so much on a child because a child needs to be able to be a child. And then when a child gets older, when they are able to make that decision, I think that's where we go with that. But it's too much. And
No,
I
come
feel like
on. You
we're
can't
just
be
missing the
Pollyanna
point.
about this. The statistics on this are staggering. Do you know 82% of trans children think about committing suicide, and over
Mhm.
Yeah, but
40%
those are the
attempt it?
statistics that have been
Over
reported. How about the
40%
trans kids
attempt
that
it.
don't go through
So
that?
you're saying that in a situation where there is a pill that could stop these children from self-harm, that could stop them from trying to kill themselves, that this is somehow sexualized. I think you have to look at it like this. They genuinely feel like they are born into the wrong body. They look
But
into the mirror and they don't even see something that reflects who they are.
okay,
I
Michael, but may
don't
I
think
ask
that
this? May
most
I interrupt
kids
for a second?
are in that situation. No, you
But
can't.
Michael, let me
I
interrupt
don't
for
think
one
that
second.
most kids are in that situation. But there are some that are. And I think to sit and say
Mhm.
that this is a perverse thing or totally medically unnecessary, there is literally science that proves all of that wrong. So we have to be compassionate here. We really do.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
but
no,
what?
I'm compassionate towards everything. I'm just saying, like, there's so many situations where there are kids that are not being able to actually be kids, and like, I think, yeah, if there is a pill that can help, let it help. But
But
if
why do
there
we
is a
have to
situation,
resort to pills? Why can't we talk to our children? Why can't we like? Why are we just jumping into like conclusions, like giving them pills? Like, why aren't parents being parents? I feel like this is an scapegoat. Like, let the kids fucking live their life. And according to your statistics, there's also the statistics. If you look, that 75% of kids that think that they're gonna be trans actually decide that that was just a phase that they were going through. You know what I mean? So again, why are we drugging our kids? Let our kids be kids. We all grew up in an age, and I know that we're all around the same age age where we didn't have these fucking pills and these psychiatrists and XYZ. And we came out fine. Why do we got to do it to these kids?
That's how you know you're getting old. Times have changed.
Well, I
I
think
agree. Why kids can't just be kids? Why they can't have a real human experience? And
Yeah.
outside of them
puberty.
trans kids
Yeah.
or kids that think they're
Yes.
trans that want to commit suicide, it's a lot of other kids that want to commit suicide. So just give everybody pills.
Exactly. A pill
And
is
I
not the resolution.
and I actually do I work with young guys that are like trying to figure out like this is what I do daily. I work with trans men,
Mhm.
trans women, and they actually they're like they've been so confused their whole life and they already take all these medications. Why should I add another pill on top of them to add more stimulants to their body? I
Okay,
feel like they
And they're kids. They're
Natasha, what were you
children.
going to say?
Well, what I was going to say is, one, who's to say that the puberty blockers would be that magical pill that would just fix everything for them? And I think for any child that is trans or that may feel that they are trans and are still trying to sort their feelings out around that, therapy needs to come first.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Family support needs to come first, because
Yes.
if we were to go down the road of puberty blockers at 15, 26, 36, I don't care. We are going to go to therapy first.
Yes.
Mental
Mhm.
health first. Not to say,
Yes.
not to go through the whole like this is a phase, not to think them out of it, but for them to really process their emotions and their feelings around exactly what they are feeling, so that they are a self-actualized person in however
Fine.
they feel about themselves, so that they can walk
Mhm.
confidently in however they
Yeah.
feel on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yes.
whatever. And a puberty blocker is not going to be the end all be all for that. And a puberty blocker without any kind of mental health support is just
Gonna confuse
that's
them
just a
more.
disaster in itself. That's
Okay,
just a disaster in itself. You have to
okay,
have that mental health piece.
so let me ask this question. So if we say no to the pill and the puberty blocker, people are saying let's talk to our kids. So what about this next story? Megan Fox, she is in the news for saying you can be a boy and wear a dress. She says she's been having an open dialogue with her children about gender identity for years now, ever since 2-year-old Noah wanted to start wearing dresses. He's now 9. Megan's quote about her son's gender identity is proof that she's doing her best to make her kids feel welcome and accepted no matter how they decide to dress. So, is this the right route to go? I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
think so. I
I
think
think that's a
so.
great start.
She's speaking to her kids from a young age. She's letting them identify this themselves.
Mhm.
She's not taking
Hmm.
them to the doctor to go fucking get a sex change or get a pill. She's
Right.
taking them to get a dress. Hey, he wants to wear a dress. That's fine. She's giving them
Let
the
them
option
fucking
of,
wear a
hey,
dress.
you want to do this? That's fine. We're not judging you. So the kid can now experiment himself. And you know what? He's 9 years old. What do we know 2 years from now if he still wants to wear a dress or not? At least he's making the decision genuinely and naturally, organically, not being shoved into some doctor telling him, hey, take this pill to stop XYZ. So I think she's
Michael,
doing a great job.
To keep
Michael,
you
what
a
do you?
confused little
When
boy.
did
If
this
it's gonna
become that
block
they're just
puberty,
going to
doesn't
the
that
doctor
just
to
keep
get a
you the
pill?
same
Well, how
confused
else are
little
you going to get the
kid?
Hold
pill?
on, you guys. All I can't hear anybody because everyone's talking at the same time. Michael, what'd you say?
No, I think what Natasha said is especially sage. You know, a mental health component to this is especially critical. And I think to be clear, most of the children that ultimately end up on these blockers do go through that route,
Yeah.
and there is a certainty of purpose with them. They're not as if waking up one day telling their parents that they're trans and then within a week they're on puberty blockers, right? So I think we should dispel that misunderstanding. Let's just assume that there is some thought behind this and that probably most parents are considering this a last resort, right? This must be a mind-blowing thing to have a trans child and not really understand that experience and try to do your best.
Okay, Brandy, what were you gonna say?
So the puberty blocker is to keep the children children. You have this little boy or this little 10-year-old girl that's having confusion, that doesn't know which way to go, that doesn't know if they want to be a girl or a boy. So rather than go through puberty, go through human and teenage experiences, we're going to keep this child a confused child.
I think if
Uh,
the alternative is a chance of suicide,
We're going to keep this confused child a confused child.
So not
No,
only is this
no.
child going to be
Eventually, they're
confused,
they
they're also going to be
transition
It's
into
13 and
still a
something
puberty
else.
blast.
child. It still has the mind of a child. You block this puberty. It's still a child.
They block the physical changes. You know, the brain
You
still
don't think
develops.
that does nothing to the brain?
Of course it does. Of course it does. I'm not saying it has no bad effects. I'm saying if it's a choice between death and a procedure like this makes sense.
But I'm saying, why does it have to get to death? That's what we need to stop it. That's what I'm trying to say, Michael.
I
Why
don't
does
know
it
that
need to
you
get to
can
death?
with someone who was born into the wrong body and they have a certainty about it. I don't know that there is any other way that it can go other than corrective surgery.
Well, I have trans friends myself, and we've also discussed this, and I just think that we are giving kids way too much fucking power. Let them be kids. Parents need to be parents again. You want to do that? Fine. We can discuss this and we can go through it, but be a kid first. Puberty blockers, that means they're not getting their breasts. That means that their penises aren't growing. That means that they're not getting like the hormones that they need or like, what they need to grow. So they're being blocked and being stuck into this phase of like, what am I? What am I not? Don't you think it makes it
Still
worse for them?
stuck, still confused, still a kid, still lost.
Yeah. Don't you think that makes it worse, Michael? Like, let's say that I'm a
No.
12-year-old kid. I don't know if I want to be a woman or a man. My parents talk to me XYZ and they take me to take the puberty blockers. Okay, so here I am. My penis isn't growing. I can't get erections. I don't know if I like men or women. Now my head's really fucked up because it's like, wait, what do I like? What am I? You know what I mean? So for me personally, I think the kids just need to be kids and parents need to be parents again and take power again.
Because they know what's the difference between adults and children? That children have a hard time managing their emotions and their feelings and processing things. That's what us parents and adults are for.
Thank
So
you.
how are we giving that, like you said, the power to the children? How can these children make these decisions? They have the mind of a child.
Like my nephew's 2 years old and he still wants to be a dinosaur.
Okay, so I guess I have one more question, then we'll move on. Because
Not a fucking dinosaur.
I'm kind of on the fence about this because I'm thinking about when I was in 6th grade or 5th grade. I knew I was attracted to boys.
But did you
Right.
want to be a girl?
Hold on. Let me finish my thought. My mother handled it with such grace and let me be me. I can't imagine if she would have said, "You're not going to do this." No, because you're a child. You don't know what you want.
And that was my experience.
What's the difference between? I'm not saying these puberty blockers are right. I'm not saying I'm on the fence because I'm thinking about my own self, about my sex, I guess.
But they're two different scenarios. You were in 6th grade saying that you wanted men. You weren't in 6th grade saying that you wanted to dress as a woman and become a woman and get titties. They're two completely different scenarios. You wanted to be gay and wanted to like men. You didn't want to change your sex at the middle of the fucking 6th grade. There's a complete different thing. So it's two different scenarios.
But I will say, I dressed up in my mom's clothes and
Baby, we all did.
wore her wigs around the house and stuff like that. So, I mean,
yeah,
Was
but you
you trying
wore
to
it
be
because you were
trans?
prancing around having a good time. You didn't wear it in the mirror saying, "I want to be a woman. I want to wear these
That's
heels."
what
You were
I'm
wearing
asking
them
you. Did
saying,
you wanna be
"Yes, we're having a
trans?
good time."
I think like if you think about parenting in the olden days, it was a difference from now. There's a lot of different there's a lot of education out there now for you to be a parent for kids because like I mean there's so many kids now that are wanting to explore like the non-gender conformity. So like as a parent, like for like my mom, I was dressing up in my sister's clothes and she was like, "You're not gay, da 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 da." But I mean, for me, that still affected me to where I'm at right now because I was so confused about should I like boys, should I like girls? And I think the older I got, the more being in the ballroom scene, like seeing like being around trans people, like being around people that helped me understand like who I was as a gay Black man, it helped me get to a place where I'm supposed to be. Now today, I feel like as parents, you have so much education out there. You should be able to go be there for your child and show up. And like for me, I feel like if I was to have a child to tell me like I want to be trans, okay, so why do you want to be trans? That's the first question. Like, what do you want? What's appealing to you being trans? Like, I think as parents, if we want to, like, I don't think whoopings work. I feel like you have to meet your child where it's at. I'm not a parent, but I feel like as if my mom would have met me where I was at, I would have had a different perspective on things. And I think with now, I think parents have an opportunity if they are in this situation to like meet their kids where they're at, get the education, and help
Yes.
their kids walk through it the correct way. Now, if you want to be that and if you want to become trans in a couple of years, I will be there for you, but I want you to enjoy your life. I don't want to
Yes.
put more on you than you can bear. Because I mean, think about it, it's hard out there for trans people. They're
Kids
getting
are
killed left
assholes.
and right. And at the end of the day, we got to do what's best for trans. And if that's something that you want to do, let's do it the correct way. Let's do it an educational way. So when you
Yes.
do go through it, you are very prepared and you're strong enough to handle it. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to this. And that's why we call this show The Conversation. I just want
It is. Don't do it,
to wrap
kids.
this up. I don't want anyone having hard feelings. I just think it's good to have these debates and
Yeah.
the conversation about this. But like I said, there's no right or wrong way to parent either. Especially dealing with a child who feels like they're trans or they're gay or they're lesbian, whatever it may be. So yeah, I'm sure, like I said, we always seem to talk about this trans thing every other show. I actually have a friend of mine whose daughter has transitioned into gender nonconforming, and I was going to have her come on and talk and interview her because she's been a parent who's handled this so graciously as well. So I think that'd really be cool if we could.
Ashleigh, how old's the child?
A freshman in college.
Okay, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. She's feeling her own. She graduated high school. She knows what she wants. I'm all for it. Because the bitch lived the life. She already knew it. She did the high school. She did the middle school. She's an adult. And now she knows, like, hey, you know what? I know what I want. I like that.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next subject. Speaking of an adult who behaves like a child, Krishan Rock is in.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Is in the news once again. She right before Thanksgiving, Tamar Braxton had a show in Atlanta. It was said that Krishan was invited to the show. It was also said that Krishan's team had contacted Tamar's team and said, you know, we have like 20 people with us. Is that possible? Tamar's team said, no, we can't accommodate that. Krishan showed up anyway. There was some words that was said between Krishan and one of Tamar's background singers, James Wright Chanel. He's very famous for the Patty Pies. He went viral.
Yes.
He's a background singer for Tamar. And Krishan and him got into an altercation, I guess. Well, I won't say he got into an altercation. She punched him in the face, and he had to get his teeth all fixed. And basically,
I would've beat her ass.
Krishan, what's going on?
She's such a train wreck. Why are we even giving her any energy? How is she famous? Didn't Blueface already dump her?
Yeah.
Oh, she's more famous than Blueface now.
Oh, honey, her
What did she do?
just hit top 100 on Billboard.
What song is it?
It's the
Trash.
vibe all the time.
Oh my
I left my
God.
boyfriend, got my boyfriend snatched up. I took it from my
Oh,
baby.
that's another song.
So I guess let's go on.
Wow.
Let's go down the rabbit hole. So she's on this show, Baddies.
Where the women fight, right?
She lives her real life like she's filming Baddies 24/7. Like this is gonna get old. She's gonna start not getting invited to places. I mean, she's in the beginning of her career. I would hate to see her ruin it by this kind of behavior. Natasha, what do you think about this?
This girl just exhausts me. I didn't have much faith in her with the pregnancy and with her having the baby, and now here we
I'm not on
are.
camera today.
And she's punching folks in the face, and I'm gonna be pissed if Blueface ends up getting custody of their son by default because she can't hold on to the baby because that baby won't be in any better hands over there with him. They're both horrible. I can't.
Brandy,
She exhausts me.
what do you think about Krishan?
She's not my favorite person. I don't have a lot to say about them. I think ever since she came on the scene, she's just been ignorant. You said she acts like baddies 24/7. That's probably how she got the job. She probably is baddies 24/7.
Well,
Sadly,
someone
but now
told
it's
me.
time to reel it in, and tone it down. You
She
have a
needs a better
baby
team
now,
around her.
and she could actually like blow up doing more positive things. Like
Yes.
people would love to see Krishan's turnaround story. You know what I'm saying? Why not
Mhm.
take that route? Too busy, want to still be young and ignorant.
Michael, do you know anything about Krishan? Like,
I think this is on brand for her, but this situation specifically, one other thing bothers me. I hate when gay men think they can speak to women in such an aggressive way like that. I'm not saying she was right to pop him, but I don't like those situations at all. I see it
I
too
might
much.
Let me interject. I'm sorry, Michael. I definitely saw the video of like what happened between them, and she popped off on him like off rip. He did not start anything. As a matter of fact, he actually tried to be respectful at the beginning before she popped off and punched him. With that being said, if a woman thinks that she can act like that and cut the fool, get ready to get some fucking hands.
Mm-hmm.
I read that he was basically consoling her, and then
Yeah,
she popped off
she
on
was
him.
mad that they didn't let her other friends in, and he was trying to be there for her, but she's so erratic
And
that she punched him
she like a rabid dog, she fought him and popped him.
for no reason.
yeah.
And she better be lucky he didn't press charges because she don't need that heat.
I would have. She got the money. I'd sue the shit out of her.
But you know what? She Natasha said earlier, we would love to see a good turnaround story for her. People are actually rooting for her, but she's her own saboteur. And I don't. I mean,
Mhm.
I just pray for her.
Yeah. Well, I don't have too much to say about her. I think she's ignorant. I think she's low class. I think she's untalented. Everything Brandy said. I didn't even want to do the story, but it was big and on the blog, so that's why I
That
did it.
I mean, the picture that you put up was gorgeous. She looked
She's
really.
gorgeous.
She looked good.
She's gorgeous.
That
She
is a
is gorgeous.
sickening.
She is
That's
beautiful.
sickening. I mean, this is. I think she is a hood girl from the hood that got put in a situation
She don't know
really
no better.
not educational. Like she may have a lot of mental illness, and she doesn't have people around her that's telling her like you don't need to fucking do this. I mean, look at her mom and her sister; they a hot mess too.
Yeah.
So
The whole family.
Anybody who walks around with their front tooth out voluntarily
Is a mess.
is a mess. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like I
Period.
think like she's Ratchet TV. A lot of people love Ratchet TV,
But it
and I
gets old.
think the more people watch her and hype her up, the more relevant she's going to become. I personally think that she can change around because let me tell you something. Like the internet can do everything. They can make you look good and they can make you look bad. You get the
Mm-hmm.
right person saying the right story behind you, you can look good. But I think for her, I don't think neither one of them need to have a baby because the baby's just not safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just sad. So I think like I don't know, she's just a fucking hot mess. And I mean, the more people like hot mess, the more people watch her. She's just gonna stay relevant until people just say no, we're not fucking watching her. Then
But
that's when
we're at
it's
an
gonna
age
stop.
where pop mess sells. Like she is what's relevant right now. Like she is the shade room's like biggest post. Like she is what's hot right now. And it's so sad that as a society, that's what we're making famous right now.
But
Yeah.
Tamar knew what the fuck she was doing when she invited her to that show.
No, she didn't. She was trying to be nice. She was trying to be gracious because she knows that the woman has mental issues with this damn baby she just had. And Tamar, who's going through her own shit, was trying to extend a hand as a woman. And I
That's
respect
like
that.
that's like inviting your aunt to the house that steal from the purse. You don't invite that aunt to the house. You don't even leave your fucking purse out. You don't leave the purse out because here she come, y'all. Put y'all shit up. Just like Christian Rock. Why would she extend the invitation for her to come on stage? You knew she was gonna get on stage and act a fool. That's like the aunt coming to the house party and she still never. I ain't steal y'all stuff. No, you stole because we know you a thief. So Tamar had a fall in this too. She shouldn't have fucking invited her on stage. She knew
She was
what was wrong.
probably she was probably hoping it would have been the other way though, because again,
Of course.
we want to see Krishan do right. The story could have
Yes.
been something totally different. It could have gave Tamar great publicity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it didn't have to be negative.
It didn't have to turn around like how it did.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Speaking of a huge mess,
Oh my God.
Sean Combs is accused by Cassie of rape and years of abuse in lawsuit. So, just to our viewing audience out there, this story is big and
It is huge.
it has the
And
way
getting
we're
bigger.
present it. Hold on, you guys. The way we're going to present it, there's lots of like an A, B, C, D, E to the main story. So we're going to go topic by topic and just walk this through. So Cassie filed this lawsuit. It was, I guess they were together for 10 years, maybe or more. It is said that she came to the table with an amount, and his lawyer said absolutely not. And next thing we know, 24 hours later, the case was settled. It was the quickest lawsuit I've ever heard of
in history.
Word on the street is that she got between 30 and 50 million.
Yep.
I think she got more.
I heard 50.
If we're hearing that, she got more.
Yeah.
I think she got. I want to say I'm not an attorney. I don't know anything, but I'm saying like for something like this to just get over to like overnight, we go to sleep, we wake up. Diddy settled. Like, damn, how much did he give her? Because for me, she already asked him for 30 million. Like, for you to settle that fast, she had to get 100 and some million. You know what I'm
Michael,
saying? You gotta try. Yeah.
Michael, let me ask you a question. If Cassie went to an attorney and said this happened, do you think she already had some kind of videos or photos? Would any attorney just take this case on not having concrete evidence going up against someone like Diddy?
Probably not, I think is the sad, hard answer. You have to have something to substantiate, the claims. You have to assume the other person is going to lie about it in a he said, she said situation. So I suspect Cassie had substantial proof over a long period of time. And I think the math is probably a lot higher than 30 to 50 million. You have to understand, if the truth of what probably happened here ever got out, Diddy would lose everything. Every single thing that he has. It's already starting, right? But if the actual truth of the details of the things that he did came out, it would be instant and he would be broke. So think of the number probably being is more in line with that reality. I would say at least 100 million, if not more.
Hey, Michael, would you say that this is like, as an attorney and being in law, would you say that this is like the fastest turnaround for someone settling?
Yes, that's a shocker. And really it sends a message. Every attorney that works on these types of cases now knows that she got what she asked for and probably then some, and she came with proof that would have destroyed him. That is the only explanation here.
Okay, so let me say this. I guess for years people have been screaming, just like R. Kelly, people have been coming forward for claims with Diddy, and they've gone kind of just swept under the rug. Kimora Lee Simmons, who is actually Kim Porter, Diddy's baby's mama, best friend. She, sorry, I'm losing my voice, you guys. She uploaded a story to her Instagram and said, "As you sow, so shall you reap."
Powerful.
I guess, for years, she's been saying, telling Kimora stuff, and people are even looking at Diddy with a side eye about what happened to Kim Porter. Like, she just died so mysteriously. We're still looking at him weird about that.
Biggie's death.
Tupac.
Hey, have you guys noticed that Biggie's mom has never publicly said anything nice about Diddy? And isn't that supposed to be like his best friend, ride or die? I was thinking that. I'm like, I have never seen an interview where she's like, Sean was there for me and my family, XYZ. Like, this woman has never said anything positive about Diddy. Things that make you go,
I don't know. Well, let's, speaking of people speaking out, Foxy Brown spoke out and said, she, I'm trying to find the quote.
Come on, why'd you pick that photo?
This picture.
Because that's how she looked.
You guys, hold on, you guys. Foxy Brown came out and said, quote, "For me, it was the best of both worlds." She basically said, let me get it right. Someone texted her and she said, she was blessed by it. She made tons of millions with Diddy. But, it wasn't all So she basically, it wasn't all rainbows and ponies, but she was basically saying she did make millions, so she can't come out against this guy. I don't know.
Well, he just didn't rape her.
Yeah, well, and then Paula Jai Parker came out. I'm trying to go bullet by bullet with this. She came out and said that you were with this guy for more than 10 years. You got all the fame and the riches. You got a record deal out of it. It couldn't have been all that bad. So now people are mad at her and saying, she's a black woman. She should stick up for Cassie. And I'm kind of looking at it. I'm looking at it side eye too. I know I'm always the devil's advocate when it comes to this on this platform. But you did get a lot out of this. You were with him for.
What did she get? She didn't. She only released 2 singles. She never released any other album besides the first album that she did. Her career.
Well, she released. She did release. She released. She did release a mixtape that really kind of blew up. But look at the.
But mixtapes don't count on a 10-album deal. We're talking
but
about
you
albums.
You gotta look at it from a mental illness standpoint. Like when you are a young girl being raped by a man, and then you don't like mentally, that does some shit to you. We don't know exactly what happened in that bathroom when he's held her ass hostage, and then you are mentally ill and someone manipulate you into loving them. The manipulation grows and grows and grows. We got to think about the mental illness now. All this shit is coming out, and they opened that line up for a year, so she had to get her fucking story together, because if she was gonna drop this shit, she needed to do it the correct way.
Yeah. And
then on top of her being drugged the first night they were together, like all this stuff that came out, if you read the 32-page, it was insane. It was crazy. Like her being drugged like opioids
on the first date,
meth, all this other stuff. That does a lot to your psyche. So we can say all day long like but no, we gotta look at it from a mental illness standpoint. Like she is not gonna be good for the rest of her life. Like she's not. Money cannot take that away from her.
We have to point out Diddy's attorney. This is a legal note. In quotes, his attorney said these are civil suits with fabricated claims of misconduct from over 30 years ago, which are nothing but blatant money grabs. Mr. Combs is being unfairly targeted by anonymous accusers who lie for financial gain. The New York legislature never intended the Adult Survivors Act to be exploited. So speaking of the Adult Survivors Act, we're kind of jumping around here. Michael, do you want to explain to the viewing audience what the Adult Survivors Act is?
Yeah, sure. So the Adult Survivors Act is a law in New York State. So it's important to just make clear at the outset, this would only apply in New York State, right? It wouldn't apply to other states. So in the state of New York, they had recently extended the ability to bring a civil or criminal suit on sexually based offenses to like a period of 20 years. But that didn't solve the problem of those cases that had already expired. And so the legislature passed a 1-year window whereby all of these older sexual assaults, civil claims could be brought against the individuals and institutions that should be held responsible for the actions. That window expired on November 24th. So it's already in the rearview mirror, but there were a lot of lawsuits that came from this. And what we're hearing now is that there may be an effort to enshrine this or create a similar window for additional claims to be brought.
Great. Thank you for breaking that down. So as you guys know how I feel about this, I don't like the cancel culture thing. I don't think because you make a mistake, your career is then deemed irrelevant. You can't make money. I don't like the fact where one person comes out and then 10 more come out. I don't like any of that. I don't like what's been done to Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. Because you can't prove, I know we're all supposed to believe a woman when she says she's been raped, but you also can't, some people have been, I don't believe all those women that came forth for Bill Cosby were telling the truth.
Oh, hell no.
Brandy, what do you kind of think about the cancel culture of it all and the woman coming forth in masses after the fact?
I think it really kind of depends on the situation. But as far as Cassie, I feel like I can't appreciate people, and especially other Black women, pointing the finger at her like she's not the victim. Clearly, she wasn't lying. She got paid. So what are we even talking about to begin with? Why are people looking at her like she did something wrong? She wasn't lying, obviously. Now when I think people think about people coming up where it really didn't happen, I mean, shit, run it like you would run a regular case and find out.
But I don't believe enough effort is given to in those situations.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Because I believe once the damage is said or done, the damage is done. Like let's say you're a school teacher and someone said, "Oh, he raped me," and it turns out to be false. The damage is done. You've ruined someone's career. So,
but she wasn't lying. He was a rapist.
No, I'm not saying in that case.
Something.
I'm not saying in that case. I'm saying when it's not true and the damage said something and the damage is done, then what do? You've ruined someone's career.
But I feel like more often it's true than not. In these
Okay, but I'm talking about more often when it's not true. But, what do you do about that?
Okay, so if it's not true, I personally believe. Okay, so there's another lawsuit going on right now that we haven't really got all the clarity on Lizzo case. I personally don't believe those girls because honestly, I don't know. I just personally don't believe everything hasn't came out about what had happened with Lizzo and the dancers. I just feel like for some reason there's something going to come out that they were lying, or it's just going to come out that she was lying. So everything hasn't been really put into the pots to be cooked. I personally think if you were wrongly convicted, I feel like you have a chance to come back because people have to see, like they have to feel the truth. If the truth is presented,
okay, that's fine.
If you're wrongly convicted,
I don't think you guys are getting what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, what do we do when that happens?
They should be arrested and they should go to jail for false accusations.
Okay, and then what do you do about my career that's ruined?
You go back to that school and say that bitch is in jail.
Like Tamar just said, you do still have the opportunity to come back. I mean,
you've been vindicated.
You guys are acting new because you know what kind of world we live in. Once something is said about you, people don't care if it's true or not. You're always going to be, didn't he rape?
Here's an example.
I've got a good example of this.
Where they were lied on.
When Brandy had the car wreck, and she had all this stuff going on, the family said that she did it on purpose. She had to go to court. She had to vindicate herself. It came out that something was wrong with her car, so it wasn't her fault. All those years went by. People called her a murderer. Then guess what? Brandy had to prove herself. She had to work through some things. Things had to happen. So now her career is back on track. I feel like, you can re-enter back into it, but there's going to be people that still just call you what they call you, and you just got to prove them wrong. Look, so she's a prime example of someone that lost their career because of a situation, but look at her now, like she has really gotten her career back on track. It may take some time, but guess what? You know the truth. We all know the truth, and people that don't believe it, they're just fucking stupid. And
Charlie Sheen got convicted of rape, and he got vindicated. He got fired from all his TV shows. They were calling him a drug addict, everything. When the woman came out and said that she actually wasn't raped by him and that they were drugged up and she consented, he got starring in 2.5 Men. His career came back on track. He was the highest paid TV actor. After he wasn't even allowed into any casting rooms. And now he was the #1 paid actor because we forgave him because he really didn't rape that woman. Right. So, like you said, we are in a society where you're guilty first and then proven innocent later. But we are also in a society where we love to build people up, bring them down, and bring them right back up.
That's a good question, Michael. Is there legal recourse for a situation like this?
There is, and before I say it, Ashleigh, I want to say I am not brand new. I hear what you're saying. Once it's spoken into the universe, it's tied to you forevermore. Mm-hmm. I think the hard part in all of this is it never really goes away. It takes a lot of effort sometimes to make it go away. And I chalk it up to one of those things in life that is just simply unfair.
And I don't think that's fair. It's not fair at all.
It's not fair. And I don't know that there's a fix for it. But to answer the question more directly, if someone does make those types of claims against you, you can sue them for libel, defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress. There are a number of claims you can bring. But the hard truth is most of these people are broke. So it doesn't even make sense to bring the suit at all because you cannot get any money from them if you win.
I have a friend who was a music teacher. And he was a mentor to one of his students. The student wanted to go and do American Idol. He wanted to be musical theater performance major, yada, yada, yada. And comes to find out, the teacher, my friend, was on the audition committee for one of the schools the student was auditioning for. The student didn't get chosen for the school. So the student went on a rampage and said, this teacher raped me. He was fondling me.
Wow.
He was sending me nude pictures, yada, yada, yada. It came out that the student lied. The parents threatened him and was like, you need to tell the truth. He went back and recanted. He said none of this ever happened. Meanwhile, my friend lost his teaching job. He lost his reputation. He hasn't got to music direct a show in over 15 years because that myth is still with him.
Yeah.
No matter what the boy said, this isn't true. He's still blacklisted in the industry.
Wow.
And I personally feel like the more money you have, the better chances you have. And it like some people that are put on this pedestal, they have all these resources that can remove that situation from them. Now your friend, like in this, that fucking sucks, but it's like when you're not in that place of being able to have the resources that everybody else have, it's so hard for you. Mm-hmm. But when people got resources, people can like get shit removed. Like they got the right people behind them to make them look good. But when you don't have the money, you can't get the same resources that everybody else have.
Right. Actually, what happened to the kid?
And
I'm sorry to cut you off, babe.
What'd you say?
What happened to that kid? Like when
he's on a tour of the Lion King right now, living his
what?
Life. Yeah. So speaking of stuff that happens like this, now L.A. Reid has been accused of years of sexual misconduct, as well as Pierre, who is also an executive of Bad Boy Records. So the other question I pose to you is, why are so many powerful men are now being sued for sexual assault just out of the blue? I know we have the new act, that clause of the new act that has came about, but it seems like it's just like a trend now, you get mad at somebody, oh, he raped me, or
I think that the women are getting courageous. I think that they actually feel like, you know what? I'm not holding this in anymore. I mean, for the actual rape victims, I feel like they're finally have enough courage inside by seeing other women doing it, and they're finding what it takes inside of them. I mean, I can only imagine how horrible it is to like live with being raped and seeing that person every day being so successful and happy while you're feeling with these emotions of, I mean, I can only imagine. So I guess seeing other women going through the same thing, they're like, hey, fuck it, I gotta speak my truth. Or they could be fucking nasty bitches trying to get money.
But if you look at the main center person, P. Diddy's connected to all those men. Mm-hmm. If you think about P. Diddy has been in the rooms with those men have been connected to him, and I feel like it's a domino effect. You get one person that's at the top, everybody else gonna fall.
Fact.
So Cassie was the one that opened Pandora's box and was like, okay, let me get him. And see, you got to think about people see, okay, damn, Cassie got that shit done quick. Let me see it. So it's like a ripple effect. Like I said, everybody that's on there is part of Diddy's clan. Like they've either been in the same room with him or they worked with him. Mm-hmm. Diddy and L.A. Reid worked close together. The guy that was with him was on Making the Band. Jamie Foxx, close. All these people are close to P. Diddy. So it's like who you hang around is what reflects you.
Not the company you keep.
Yeah, honey, it's the company.
Honey, they were all at the sex orgy. They were all at the orgy. And I didn't get invited.
I think Me Too really kicked everything off and really gave women a voice. I think that it also provided resources because one of the lawyers that was on the prosecuting team for Harvey Weinstein is who Cassie used. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's a resource, and I don't think that lawyer is going to just take any old case that he has no chance of winning. Right. So, I think that I honestly, I mean,
Cassie must have came with video, pictures, recordings.
Every single thing Cassie said happened.
I believe everything.
And then some. And so I think women are definitely having more courage. They're seeing that other women are actually getting some kind of vindication. I am all for the money grab at this point. These men going to prison do absolutely nothing, especially at this point in the game. But honestly, back then, the men going to prison would have done nothing. They would have done
Mhm.
10, 20 years. They would have laid low for another five, got out, and then went
Made
on to
music,
be
yeah.
successful again later. They need the women deserve financial compensation for it, and they need to be hit in the pockets for it.
Well,
Facts.
moving on to I know this Diddy story is not going to just go away, so we'll be talking about it more. Um,
Yeah.
I know probably tomorrow another lady will come out. But
Yep.
moving on, according to TMZ, cops got a call around 5:45 a.m. about someone's vehicle stopped in the middle of Beverly Drive. The
Oh
car
no.
driver was apparently slumped over the wheel while the car was still running. Thankfully, the actress and comedian was not involved in the accident, but cops who responded to the scene still arrested Tiffany Haddish. It was noted that she was apprehended peacefully. As the news site notes, Haddish was released later that day. And it says that this is the second time this has happened to her. Does she have a problem? What's the deal? You
She
are
needs a driver.
a comedian. Why aren't you calling an Uber or a car service?
Because when you're drunk, you feel some type of way. And she was like, fuck it, I'm not that drunk. I can make it. But you know what? The real problem is there's some internal battle that she's dealing with because a second DUI, when you can easily hire a chauffeur, she's dealing with a lot of internal stuff. All these men make her look like shit online. She keeps getting dumped. She's going through a lot of shit. So my heart goes out to her. I just hope she gets the help she needs. Because there ain't no reason she should be getting a fucking DUI in Beverly Hills at
Right.
5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Michael, what do you have to say about this? Anything?
I used to really like Tiffany Haddish, and then all that stuff happened where she did the skit with the children in a bathtub.
Oh yeah.
To be a joke about pedophilia, and all that came out. I said something is off with her, right? I think this is an extension of that. She clearly needs to be on some type of medication. Sad to see.
Yeah, Natasha.
It's time for inpatient rehabilitation, and then
Yeah.
she needs to probably lay low for a year or two, and just push the reset button and then come
Yeah.
back.
Unfortunately, I don't think she has a year or two. The actors are now just not getting back to work after not working for some months. And I know she has. I know they say she's actually filming 2 movies right now. So I don't know if she has a year or two to take off.
She needs
Maybe
to
some
wrap them up. She
outpatient
needs to get
treatment.
to rehab quick.
Yeah. Brandy, what do you think?
I think she needs to get herself some type of help. That's not a good look. Why do you keep getting DUIs? You're Tiffany Haddish. You can do better than that.
Facts.
Especially when you done
That's a
broke your
pretty
neck to
picture of her.
prove that you're better than that.
Yeah.
Why would
She's
you
so
saying
beautiful.
that's embarrassing? It's just not a good look.
Tamar?
I think she, after the whole situation with the kids, that's when I saw her start falling down. And I mean, I think these celebrities they're not being held accountable the correct way. They feel like they're above everything. And so they do things because they feel like they can. And so it just broke that she said, I'm going to get help. Bitch, that's not enough. Like,
Yeah.
girl, you could have killed somebody. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think people think about that stuff because she's Tiffany Haddish. She has his name. So now she's just breaking news. Like, I'm going to get help. No, you need to get help. Like, you need to get some help, honey. That's not enough. Be saying I'm going to get help. When I'm going to get help, I'm not going to announce it to the world because it's a publicity stunt, or I need to be in the public so people can see I'm a good person. No, you need to actually go get help. And I just think that it's just, I don't know. She's not funny to me. Like, I don't know. She's
I
a
never
mirror.
thought she was funny.
Like, girl,
I never
you're
thought she was
not.
funny.
You can go to any hood and find a black girl who acts just
That
like
acts
that.
ghetto like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not funny to
She's
me.
not the funniest, but you still want to see her win, and you still
Yes.
wanted to
Right.
see her.
We absolutely want to see
Exactly.
her win.
She's in the room. She was in the room at the right time, and the right person heard her say one thing, and they thought it was cute. But guess what? She's too old. She's 50. Girl, you too old for that shit. Like, it's time for you to
Yeah.
stop falling asleep. Like Marcus said, girl, get an Uber. Like, bitch, why you ain't got an Uber? You got an Uber account? You can
Okay.
buy.
Well, we'll see what.
She should have just stayed at that nigga's house at 5:30.
Drink at home.
Right.
Right.
Moving on. According to the AP, Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd, was stabbed at a federal prison in
Yay.
Arizona. All right.
That's great news. Why didn't they finish the job? Can I send that man commissary?
No, you can't. It's said now that he's in stable condition after being released back to the prison. Michael, what happens in this situation? Does he get protective custody? What?
So really how you should probably look at this is it's a failure of the prison system, right? It is horrific as what this person did. No one who is in protective custody should be assaulted and stabbed, right? I get it. It's prison justice. He got what's coming to him. Sure, we can say all that. But, what if your neighbor decided that about you, right? It's a slippery slope. We don't want this type of thing happening.
I kill a black kid.
Hold on.
Well, listen, I'm not defending the man at all. I'm just saying, listen, he's been sentenced for his crimes. He is serving time now. He'll never take a free man again, right? And so for someone to take the choice of life and death into their own hands, that's a heavy burden. I don't think this is a good thing at all, sadly.
Natasha?
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right. Brandy?
I think he didn't get what he deserved. He should have been killed. They should have slit his fucking throat.
Thank you.
Tamar?
Okay, this is what I think for me, I feel like that George Floyd was vindicated with him going to prison. I think in that type of situation, when you're in prison, you have to be prepared for what's to come because you're already this face that people in prison see, and there's only so much they can do in the prison system. Like the prison system is an epic fail. Like it's set up for people to fail. But in this case, for me, I feel like God is going to handle him the way that God needs to handle him. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go spiritual real fast.
Yes,
and I think in this situation, they should have had that. I feel like they set him up, putting him in general population anyways, because they knew something was going to happen to him. So, you know what? At the end of the day, there's nothing we can do. Like he's going to reap what he sowed regardless. And now what's happened is he's reaping what he sowed, and it's going to continue to happen until something changes. But obviously I don't think nothing's going to change. So he may be next on the news to be someone that has patents.
All right, Marcus?
I think it's really unfortunate that the guy didn't kill him when he got the chance. My heart goes out to him. I hope that everyone's taking care of him in jail and buying him snacks for stabbing that man. And I hope the next person that stabs him finishes the job because you know what? Yeah! I might sound petty, but at the end of the day, this man killed an innocent person. I don't care if he's black, white, Chinese. This man killed an innocent person for no fucking reason. So guess what, bitch? You're in jail now. Get ready because I hope they're fucking you hard and killing you.
All right. Move on. So, Blue Ivy is in the news again. It is said that, back in May, YouTube personality Tasha K slammed her for her stage presence. And in the Renaissance movie, Beyonce revealed that despite her efforts to keep Blue Ivy protected from the public, she caught a glimpse of the negative remarks. Instead of letting that hold her back, she's gone on to use that as fuel to sharpen her stage presence, pulling a page out of Beyonce's book. Beyonce applauded Blue Ivy's dedication on tour in a touching post on her official Instagram that said, "My beautiful firstborn, I'm so proud and thankful to be your mama. You bring us so much joy, my sweet angel." I think that's awesome. And I also noticed that if you look at some of the first footage of Blue Ivy dancing put next to the last concert of her dancing, it's night and day. And the girl is 11 years old. She's not going to be Michael right out of the gate.
Well, look, Tasha K over there about to start eating oodles and noodles, bitch, because she's just a hot fucking mess. And at the end of the day, girl, go sit down, bedbug. We don't even want you saying shit. This is an 11-year-old girl. I don't know why people attack kids. Like, why do the kids need to be attacked? This is an 11-year-old girl. Bitch, she worked more than us, so guess what, girl? If you want to, do a little twirl and, flip your hair, girl, and look crazy on stage, girl, you is making more money than me, honey. So I don't have nothing to say. I think that, I think it's courageous of Beyonce to show her child that at the end of the day, people are going to say shit about you, but you got to keep persevering. You can't let anybody overcome your obstacles or like make you feel like you can't overcome obstacles. I think this is going to help her become great in who she is when she become a woman, because she's going to know that regardless of what people say about me, I don't have to let that affect me. And that's good that she's learning that at 11 years old. Like, look at her when she's 21. She's going to be amazing. Like, she's not going to let shit stop her.
I think Beyonce, without trying, started something, because now you see every pop star who's on tour is bringing their kids out.
Mhm.
Madonna's bringing her kids. Diddy's twins perform with him on the MTV Awards. I think it's a cool trend going on. I would love to have someone to pass this talent and stuff to. I think that's cool. Natasha, what do you think about the story? Anything?
I feel bad that it was adults that were part of motivating her to get better by way of teasing her, because no child should ever be subjected to that.
Mhm.
But I am so proud of her for using that for fuel to do better, because you're right, there was a clear, distinct difference night and day from day one to the end of the tour. But I mean, again, she's 11. Performing in front of thousands of people. So while everybody has so much to say about how great she should be and how well she should be doing, I would love for them to be doing the same exact thing in front of that many people and do as well as she did day one. So yeah, I'm proud of her either way.
Michael, what do you think?
Oh, it's a heartwarming story, right? I mean, listen, there's something to be said about not wanting to expose a child to this kind of attention at all. But I think in a situation where you're the child of Beyonce and Jay-Z, you don't have that choice anymore. And so to teach those healthy coping skills right out of the gates, right? Haters are going to hate. We all know that. The higher you rise, the more people are going to hate you for it. And her learning how to take that in stride, love to see it.
And let's also talk about the fact when a child makes the decision that they want to be a performer, they're already way ahead. I guess I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. They're already way ahead in what they think about themselves. They already think that they want to be on stage. Not everybody can just say I want to be on stage and perform in front of hundreds of people. You know, so they already have an air about themselves that, you know, as a child performer, they already kind of know that they're the shit, you know?
Right.
Brandy, what do you think?
I think it's really great. I love that she was able to take that teasing and criticism and work on her craft and be better at it. I love that for her, because that practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah.
There you have it. Very simple lesson to show the world, to show all the children that even Beyonce's child go through things and gets talked about and teased, and still took what she needed to do, did the work, and got better.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you are. Practice makes perfect. Whatever you're trying to perfect, put your all into it.
Marcus?
Yeah, I mean, beautiful story. I think it's really heartwarming and beautiful how she grew and took that negative energy and turned it into something positive. She's super inspiring, no matter what age she is. You know, she can teach anybody that as long as you work hard and practice, like you said, it's night and day from the first and last performances. So, and I mean, Beyonce's her mom. How cool when they went back to school and they're like, "What did you do this summer?" "Oh, I was on the Renaissance tour." You know,
Right.
like that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just performed in front of 100,000 people. Girl, I didn't do
took
nothing.
my mama on tour.
Yeah. My mama had told me to come on stage so I can do a 1, 2, 3 step, and I went off and I went and ate my oodles and noodles, honey. What you mean? My mama
Moving
Beyonce.
on, Fashion Files, one of my favorite times of the show. You know, we got to get through these because we also have 2 more segments to get through tonight. So we're gonna go through these looks really fast. First, there was so much stuff this week, you guys, as far as fashion. We have Tiana Taylor in Skims, wearing Skims and Swarovski crystals. I think I love it. Natasha, what do you think?
It reminds me of, what was it? Was it Queen of the? What was
Queen
the
of the
one?
Dam.
Aaliyah.
Queen of the Dam. Oh, okay, it was Queen of the Dam. That's the first thing that came to mind with this. Beautiful.
Yes.
Michael?
The aughts are back. Those are some very low rise jeans.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Brandy?
It looks good on her.
Yeah, I like it. Tamar?
Milk and honey, honey, milk and honey.
Marcus?
God, that woman's body is spectacular.
I hate her.
Flawless. She looks
Yeah.
amazing.
She does. Okay, moving on. We have Fantasia and Christian Sariano. She's doing her promo rounds for the Color Purple right now, so she's been killing it. Natasha, what do you think?
Christian Soriano can never do wrong, and Fantasia can never do wrong. I love this.
All right, Michael?
It's really, really elegant. You know, this is a Divas dress. You don't see them like this that often anymore.
Yeah. Christian Sariano really knows how to dress women. He just knows what he's doing. Brandy?
Yeah.
I think she looks beautiful.
Yeah. Tamar?
All I can say, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Yeah. Marcus?
I mean, Christian, like they said, can do no wrong. Fantasia looks beautiful. I mean, I think Christian is still like one of the few designers that actually won Project Runway that's actually still making waves and
That
is still
part.
current, and we're still talking about him. So
Yeah.
kudos to them for finding him, and he is just on point with anything he does.
Yeah.
She looked like she should be in the Hercules movie. The
Yes.
cartoon.
Mhm.
Like one of those girls in the back that sings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have, I love this. This is Pink and Bob Mackie. This is a Bob Mackie from
Cher.
1978. This is original Bob Mackie. He dressed Cher, Tina Turner,
Don Ross.
Diana Ross, all back in the 70s. What do we think, Natasha?
Different for her, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Michael?
I can't get enough of this. This is rock and roll. And let's clock the minimalistic glam here, too. Talk about a fresh face, right?
Yeah, for sure. Brandy?
I don't like it.
Oh, and Tamar?
I don't like the hair.
Okay.
I love the dress. I'm mad at her because she keep counseling. The bitch done counsel 3 times, but I love her.
All right, Marcus?
I love it, but not on her.
Okay. I think Cher originally wore this dress. But yeah, I like it. Going on, this look caused quite a controversy this week. We have Beyonce and Versace.
That's not Beyonce. That's a white lady.
Natasha, what do you think?
Who's that white lady?
Okay, overall, the look is nice, notwithstanding the obvious.
We're just talking about the dress and the hair.
The look is nice. The look is nice.
Michael, what do you think?
You know, controversy aside, all I can see is Tin Man, so it's not my favorite.
All right, Brandy?
She looks like Kim Kardashian.
Okay, Tamar?
I don't like it.
Marcus?
I actually love this look. I think it goes with like the Renaissance vibe that she was going through. Everyone like wore like that type of look, futuristic, silvery
I
vibe.
love it.
I mean, I think if she didn't look white, everyone would not be complaining about it. I think it's a great look.
So the deal is here, if you guys know anything, so this is Versace. I don't know if you know who Donatella Versace is, but the look Beyonce was going for, she wanted to look like Donatella Versace. And so Donatella always has a straight platinum white hair, very
She looks like her.
so yeah.
Okay, as a photographer, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. It's the lighting. Beyonce is not bleaching her skin. They put when they edit this picture, they put a glam filter on her. What that glam filter does, it lightens her skin and it makes you look real snatched. So they already had good lighting. They just added too much filter on her, and she should have. Normally, Beyonce checks her picture.
I was about to say,
they don't have a glam filter for black people.
No, they do, but Beyonce's already fair skin. Beyonce has fair skin, not as light like this, but I think what they did was they put too much light on her when they edit this picture.
I'm surprised she let this go. She's so like meticulous with her shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving on, we have, hold on, let me get my notes. I want to make sure I get everybody's look right. Oh, this is the best I've ever seen her look, and to me, she's best dressed. We have Michelle Williams and Bethany Chromatic.
Wow.
She looks great.
Yay.
Natasha, what do you think?
Yes, I was hoping you were going to put her. That's what I was waiting on. I love this.
Michelle's been showing out.
This is the best I've ever seen her look.
She's actually on my list of times this week.
Have you seen the blue that
I'm
she's
about
had
to.
on
That's
too?
coming next. Michael, what do you think?
You know, it's giving me Elvira vibes. I think for her, this is great. It's all right.
Brandy?
It's different. I don't think I love it on her. She still, to me, looks like unsure, and you know what I'm saying. I don't feel like she's wearing a dress. I feel like the dress is wearing her.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Tamar?
I love this look. I just want her to have different hair. Like
Okay.
I think the hair is taken away from the exaggeration from the piece that's on her shoulders.
Okay. Marcus?
You know what? I disagree with you guys. I think this is a fantastic look. I think the
Great.
hair, the sleek look, well, the hair really complements like the abstract part of, like on the shoulder. And I love the puffiness like on the floor. Like Michelle's really been stepping it up. I love this look. And I think that she's wearing it. I don't think that it's actually wearing her.
All right. Going on, we have Monica and Kai by Kylie Jenner.
Wow. Kylie has a brand?
Yep, we're going to talk about it later. It's on my favorite things list. We'll talk about it. Natasha?
I didn't know Kylie had the brand either, but Monica looks good.
It just came out a couple days ago, and it's the whole
Okay.
the whole line is sold out in under an hour.
It's giving straight Gunica on this one.
Michael?
Listen, she's stunting. This is a look. She honestly looks like Kylie Jenner. I love it. It's great.
Brandy?
I think it looks really good on her. That's cute.
Mm-hmm. Tamar?
All I'm gonna say is yes, bitch.
Okay. Marcus?
She ate. She fucking looks amazing.
She had ate a bowl of cereal, y'all.
Baby, Frosted Flakes, they're great.
Okay,
See?
All right, moving on. We have Michelle Williams and Coral Costello.
Oh, that's Michelle Williams?
Michael?
Okay, now see, this one has potential for the best of the evening. This is a hard color to pull off, I think, and it's a hard color to style too. Love this look. Fantastic.
Natasha?
Everything. This is everything. I don't know who she got a hold to style her.
Jay
That's
Bowen
Serena
is styling
Williams.
her now.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Serena Williams needs to get in contact with them.
That part, run, Serena. Yes.
Run
Brandy?
Serena to yes.
I think that's a stunning look. Way better than that other mess.
Okay. Tamar?
She is not in the back of the childs no more, honey. She's in the forefront.
Yeah. Marcus?
Wow, wow, wow. That's all I gotta say. Her face looks so beautiful. Michelle's eating.
All right. Moving on. We have who is this?
Oh my lord.
me.
Jean Paul Gaultier. Natasha?
She looks good.
All right. Michael?
Is this his collection at Rainbow?
Oh, you're so stupid. No, he's been doing a lot of sheer stuff lately.
Normally, I like Nene, not this so much.
All right, Brandy?
I was thinking the same thing. Nene looks really good. Her body looks good. That bullshit she got on is some bullshit she got on.
All right, Tamar?
This is a tip through go get a cocktail with your girls at 5 p.m. This is cute. It's very casual, very sleek. It makes her body looks fucking phenomenal. Like she looks snatched.
All right, Marcus?
Sexy.
It just looks a little too busy for me.
Okay. Moving on, we have KJ Moody, who is Beyonce's stylist. He's also wearing Kai by Kylie Jenner.
Hottie.
Natasha?
Cricket.
Okay.
All right, Michael?
Listen, he's ready for the flood.
Brandy?
You said he's a stylist?
He's Beyonce's stylist, yeah.
Ugh.
I wasn't ready.
All right, Tamar?
Well, you can actually tell why Beyonce dresses the way she dresses. Beyonce cannot dress to me. So that's her stylist. That's why she dressed like that.
All right, Marcus?
Oh my god, I must be a horrible dresser because I fucking love this look.
I love
very
it,
hip,
too.
it's very urban. You guys, you have to understand, he lives in fucking LA, New York, and London, not fucking Massachusetts. You feel me? This is what the kids are wearing. This is fashion
Yeah.
forward. Like, it might look crazy to us, but this is what the industry is wearing. This is the look. Like
I'm
he's
trying
killing
to
it.
All the boys are wearing
I'm
that.
trying to
That.
He's
tell
killing it. I'm actually
Oh,
gonna
what
order that jacket.
boys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This, me
Now I do like the
personally,
shoes. I
I
like the
don't have the
shoes.
I don't have the body for that outfit. Like
Yes, you
I
do. Shut up.
personally, you don't know.
I'm
Um,
excited to see the vision. I really
I
am.
mean, listen,
I love it.
I like the fit. I personally think the pants can go and like do more of a puffer pants, some puffy. But those pants are like making his crotch look really weird.
Okay. Well, moving on. We have who is this? We have Patti LaBelle and Balenciaga.
Yes, ooh,
Beautiful.
yes,
Oh,
ma'am. Yes,
classic beauty.
ma'am.
Oh,
Natasha.
Cannot
She can never do any wrong either. You know, that's my
mother.
auntie.
That's mother.
That's mother right there.
And let's talk about she's 80 something wearing Balenciaga. You know, all the young kids are wearing that, but she's like, nope, I'm gonna put it on too. Michael, what do you think?
Patty's not going to miss her mark. She looks great.
No, Brandy,
She looks really, really good.
Tamar.
She just makes me want to cry because she's fucking gorgeous and she's 87 years old and she I want her to be my mama. Like, oh my God, like she's a bad bitch.
She is Marcus.
you know what? She might not know the words to all the songs, but she knows how to dress. She looks
Right.
amazing.
And I think she has one of the best weaves in the business. Like
Baby.
Yes.
her wigs be
Oh,
laid.
Baby,
laid to
that's
the
human hair.
snatch.
Yeah.
Laid.
Moving our last look, we have Aoki Lee Simmons and Michael Kors and Kimora Lee Simmons and Sergio Hudson.
Wow.
Natasha.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too. Her daughters are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Michael.
This is a supermodel look right here. Best look of the night, probably for me.
Okay. Brandy.
It's all right.
All right. Tamar.
I love a bell bottom, and this is a bell bottom. And I really think that mother and daughter are serving the best looks tonight for real.
Okay. And Marcus.
I just wish your daughter didn't do Ozempic.
She's naturally skinny.
Her daughter's beautiful. Okay, so that was our Come Sit on My Couch. So let's talk about no, that was Fashion Files. Let's talk about Come Sit on My Couch. Should partners be allowed to? Somebody wrote. Well, this was a question on the blog this morning. Not this morning, yesterday morning. Should partners be allowed to pick up your phone and go through them at will or when you're asleep? Charlemagne the God said it would be an automatic divorce for him. DJ Envy said that he thinks it should be, on the table. What do we think?
Well, DJ Envy said that because he got caught cheating 3 times, so he has to say that.
Hell no.
Natasha, what do you think? I want to talk to someone who's married. Or Tamar, you as well, but you're duly married.
I'm open. My husband knows my passcodes. He will forget them, but I mean, if he ever wants to look through my phone, I have nothing to hide, and he can look through it.
Right.
I think that is also though. It's weird if you are sneaking to do it.
Yeah, that's nasty.
When someone is asleep.
Invasion of
I
privacy.
think that's where it's definitely becoming a bigger issue.
Wait, say it again, Natasha. You broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said with the whole like sleeping or doing it unknowingly. That's when there is, there's other issues there at play that need to be addressed. But I mean, for me personally, my marriage, I have no problem with that level of transparency for my husband to pick up my phone or anything and look through it.
Huh.
Okay. Michael, what do you think?
Under no circumstance. And it's not because there's anything to hide, really. I think in a relationship, especially as time goes on, it's really easy to lose yourself. And you've got to have spaces that are your own. And plus, no one needs to know what kind of porn I watch. So miss me with all that.
I like that. Okay, Brandy, what do you think?
I don't see anything wrong with going through your partner's phone. Like Natasha said, it's the sneaking behind my back and while I'm sleeping part that makes it weird.
Mm, mm.
If I'm just sitting beside him and he want to see my phone, here you go. But if I'm sleeping, I feel like you sneaking behind my back to go on my phone. Like, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let everyone go. Then I have a part B. Tamar, go ahead.
We already share a lot. Can I have my damn phone to myself? Like we share this house, we share our relationship, like we open. So I don't need to know what you and your little boy toys is doing. Like you don't need to know what we doing. Like we got the understanding. Like this is the thing. I feel like in our relationships, we do a weekly check in. What the fuck have I done wrong? Have I offended you? Let me know what I need to work on. He do the same thing to me. If you ain't put that shit out there on the table right then and there, we don't need nothing else to talk about. You don't need to be going through my phone. You don't need to know all that. Like, let me have my space. Like, I need some privacy. And it's just I feel like when people have to go to the extent, then where's the trust? Why are we even in a relationship
Yeah.
if you can't even trust me? Like, there's no point of us being in a relationship
Yeah.
if we can't even communicate what we're struggling with. So I don't approve. I don't agree with that. I think it's not tasteful.
Marcus.
Yeah, I think it's a total invasion of privacy, certain conversations with certain friends and certain things, it's just heart to heart things between yourselves, I just think,
Mhm.
certain people need to, like Michael said, we get lost in our relationships, and it's just good to feel a little bit of part of yourself, be yourself, you know what I mean? I mean, if you want to, by all means, but then piggybacking on what Natasha said, don't be all shady and weird about it and shit, just you want it here. I mean, there's no shade or no nothing to hide, but it's just weird and freaky when it's like done in the behind the scenes.
Now, what you got to say to it?
Okay, because he's breathing.
He
He had
can't
to,
breathe. He
I
needs
honey.
some.
think
He had to
He,
inhale and exhale.
he
no.
needs some milk.
I think it's fine. I think that if you want to see my phone, just ask and say, "Can I see your phone?" And I'd
Yeah,
say, "Yeah." What do you need to see my phone? Say, "I want to." Yeah, just ask me. I don't think at night while I'm asleep, or I have a friend that we were talking about this last night. I'm not going to tell you who because I don't know if I'm allowed to. But she told me she put a Xanax in her boyfriend's drink one time and waited till he went to sleep and went through his phone.
No, we're not doing that.
No,
now you
that's
see
Girl,
too
that's
that's the
jail,
non-toxic
jail,
relationship right
jail.
there. The
way
bitch is
too
drugging him.
You
No,
going to jail. Bitch, you going to jail.
baby, that's called date rape. Harvey
That
Weinstein,
is, baby, we already on the Me Too movement. Now you done
honey.
drug raped this man. Now he gonna sue your ass for everything. You gonna
Is
have
your
to
friend? Are
sell.
you talking about Diddy?
No. But
Is that your
they
friend?
know. They said I thought my boyfriend was cheating on me, and I wanted to make sure, and I know that he wouldn't have told me the truth. So I couldn't.
Why are you with him?
I
So
These
what
Right.
was he?
all of
Was
this
he?
come from a deeply insecure place.
That's
Well,
too
come on.
much. Yeah, it's like I don't need to be okay. Listen, I don't need to be in a relationship with someone that's insecure when I'm
Yeah.
secure in myself. And like that's when relationships fucking go crazy and they go to shit because people don't like why we if we're gonna be in this relationship for one, we have to see each other where we're at. We
Yeah.
have to know that I'm with you because you're you and I'm me, and I don't need to try to put more on you than you can bear. So I don't need to try to bring extra drama. Like that's drama. Like people that like drama, I don't want to hear that. Bye,
Okay,
girl.
now I see what's happening here. So let me give a caveat. In one situation, it's fine. If you're looking for confirmation of something and you think you're getting played, yeah, maybe search the phone. If you get what you're looking for, you got to go, though, at that point, right? But otherwise,
right.
it's weird.
But
Be
they're not gonna
prepared.
go. They're
Be
gonna
Right,
because
prepared to leave.
but
That's
right.
they're
the
not
thing.
gonna leave. That's the gag. They're gonna get the answer they want, and then they're gonna fucking swallow it and stay there. So then they're gonna be
Right.
miserable because they wanted to be.
Exactly.
You
And
want
then
that answer that you're looking for? Be ready for it.
But
Now,
in my
Ashley,
okay, hold on. But in my friend's defense, this guy is very much a narcissist. Very used to be very much doesn't really care about anyone else's
but
feelings.
that's not your friend's defense. She knew that when she dated him. This isn't nothing new.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're
If she
always a
didn't trust
narcissist. You
him,
don't
she
wake up
shouldn't
one
be
day and
with
become a
him.
narcissist. She knew that.
What'd
you
you
If
know,
she
say?
as
drug him and sneak in his phone, doesn't need to be with him.
And but Ashley, so did she find what she was looking for? Was he cheating?
Nope.
Bam. And now the bitch is a druggie, drugging people.
No, I wouldn't go that.
Now she's a felon.
Now she's a felon.
But like real talk, we've all done some crazy shit.
Right, we have all
Oh,
been
absolutely.
crazy stuff. So.
Absolutely.
So she's.
I am not mad at her, and I'm glad she
Don't
got
do
the
it again,
yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
If you're
But
listening,
I'm glad that he
just
wasn't.
just know that we do not want you to end up like Diddy, so don't do it, girl. Because
Yeah, all
Just
our
walk
viewers out there, we do not
away.
condone the drugging of our
Just call
spouses.
one of the other dudes in your phone. Like, we don't have to do
you know,
that.
this is the gag. If that dick ain't working, go get a new one. Like, I mean, like there's a million dicks in the world, girl, that is gonna treat you good, like the way you need it. You don't have to be
Leave
with
it
that because
alone.
Right.
you know
I tell this friend all the time, I'm like, bitch, you are a baddie. Like,
My walk
that
away
part.
game is
And it's
strong.
like
Yeah, but
you
when you're
find
in love with someone, it's hard to like, just disattach yourself like that. So she had to do what she had to do. And I'm glad she got
Walk
an answer
away
that was good
game
for her.
is strong. I will
right.
walk away
girl,
and take
don't
it with
take that
me.
bottle of Xanax off from beside your bed and toss it in the toilet for the police come get you, girl.
Honey.
Okay, so moving on. This is our last part of the show. I thought it was really cool that we could do something like this. People are always asking me like what are your favorite, like what's like your go-to things? What do you like to do? And we all know that Oprah has her favorite things around the holidays that she recommends. And so I asked the group if there was anything that you guys recommend or you have any products that you really, really like. So, and it's not just things that I like. This is also things that are really hot for the holidays. So Shaq actually sent this in to me. It's called vitamin C clay mask. She says she has it. She swears by it. It's a hold on, let me see what she wrote to me. It is a Shaq. It's a turmeric face mask. And she said it's actually on sale right now. It's buy one get one free for $39.99. I think you can go on Amazon, and she swears by it. So check it out if you are into skincare and stuff like that. Check it out. Give it to somebody you might like, might love for the holidays. People are always asking me what cologne I wear. This is one of my favorite things. I wear Byredo. It's my go-to scent. These are the ones I have right here. Byredo has like 20 different scents, and they're all unisex. And it smells really, really good. And you can mix and match them, like you can spray them together. They're kind of pricey. I mean, I think the small one's $205 and the big one is $4 something, but they last a long time. They're not like cologne, they're like oil and something else mixed together. Michael, have you smelled this before?
I have indeed. Very, very nice blends on these. A little goes a long way.
Yeah. You can get them Neiman Marcus or Saks, or you can go online to the Byredo.
Are they the same size as Senor by Beyonce?
No, they're the one in the middle. That's the biggest one. That's the $400 one, and then the brown one. That's the concentrated one. That's $300, and then the little one is $200. That's not concentrated, but they smell really good. Moving on. We were just talking about Kai by Kylie Jenner. It's the new hottest thing. She released the line a couple days ago. It sold out in less than an hour. It's all like faux leather, trench coats and puffer jackets, and it's very reasonably priced. It's between $100 and $200. I think the trench coat is $200, like $198. The puffer jackets are all $52 to $75. So there's something also cool on the list. What else do we have? Skims by Kim Kardashian. She just released a men's line for Skims.
That's why Rihanna don't like them now.
I tried to order the underwear. They're all it's sold out. Hector,
yeah, I tried to too. It was immediately sold out.
Yeah, Hector got some, and he says they feel like he has nothing on. Like it's really, really comfortable. But they're all sold out now. You can't even get any anyway. So those were our little favorite things. I'll probably do some next week. For the Christmas holiday, some gift ideas. Does anybody? Who is this? What does Kate say? You guys, Kate is out in LA living her best life right now.
Hey, Kate, we miss you.
Hey, girl, living your best dream.
So are all minds clear?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
Yeah.
Well, that was our show tonight. I think we had a good show, a long show.
Great.
Yes, awesome show.
We'll be here same time next week. Look for us. I might have a special guest next week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
For us to interview. So I think it'll be a good show. So
It's gonna be Kaya. Is Kaya gonna be here?
Kaya's going to be here in the flesh.
Yes. I'm gonna twerk.
But no, please like and share. We're trying to get our numbers up. They're steadily coming up. Not this week, but our last show, we had double the numbers we had the week.
Yeah.
Like and
All
share,
right.
guys. We appreciate you.
So yeah, please like and share. We love you. Please be safe. Have a happy holiday.
Bye.
Stay
Love
on.
you guys. Bye.
Talk to you. Peace.
Bye.
Later, Gators.